It's Mr. Scotty Pie here, and I am back for day 17 of the Cineworld Movie Challenge. If this is your first video to explain what's going on here, the UK cinema chain Cineworld Cinemas put up a daily challenge on their Twitter page. Basically every day asking a question about a film which you respond to with your own personal choice. I decided to nick the idea and turn it into a video series. So day 17, the question was your favourite animated movie. So I struggled picking this one, to be fair, because I do quite enjoy a good animated film. Big fan of Pixar, there's some Disney I enjoy, and obviously so many others. Obviously the animated film series, franchise or whatever you'd call it, is such a huge industry with some fantastic pieces of work. So I did struggle with this a bit, but I decided to pick the one that left me thinking about the film more recently, I guess. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here myself, so I won't be shocked if you're confused. A film that resonated with me most recently. That's what I was trying to say. And that is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. If you're not too aware of this film, it's obviously the classic superhero Spider-Man. A bit of a new telling of this one. Not the MCU Spider-Man at all. You see Peter Parker as a more older man, maybe like 20s or 30s, fighting off crime, the Green Goblin and Kingpin. But it's in a different universe than obviously the MCU and everything. But the main character is not actually Peter Parker. There's no spoilers where it happens quite early on, but Peter Parker dies. But you find out that Miles Morales has some powers himself, a lot of them replicating Spider-Man himself, not all of them, and he has powers that Spider-Man doesn't have. So basically it's following his story in New York, and as I said, Spider-Verse, so all these different universes kind of end up being within one. So you get Peter Parker's Spider-Man from a different universe, you get Spider-Gwen, you get the noir Spider-Man, Spider-Ham, the Spider-Man pig. So all these different versions of Spider-Man, which have all been like the comics and games and things like that, all working together to be the Kingpin and various other classic Spider-Man villains. It's a very interesting telling of this story, of not just the Spider-Man and Miles Morales story, which is being told so effortlessly in comic books and so well done, but the story of a telling of film, because the whole film is shot like a comic book with thoughts coming out of him. Because obviously in the comic books, Spider-Man has a lot of thoughts to himself and speaks to himself a lot, which has never been able to do in film before. But this being an animated film, they could, because he has thought bubbles popping up, and when he runs past people, you can kind of see speech bubbles and everything. The way it's been shot is beautiful, and there's some cinematography in this film that will absolutely blow you away. Some of the scenes and some of the stills in this film, you can literally just take straight out of the film and put it on your wall as a piece of art. It's beautifully shot. But what makes this film great isn't just the way it looks, but the story itself is so well told. It's so many different stories. It's a story of family and love and depression and overcoming so much, and it tells his story without struggle, without effort. It's so well done that you don't realise the story it's telling you until reflection, and that's beautifully done. It's so clever. So this film has so much for me. It's incredibly well told, it's incredibly well shown, and it's a different story to what you know. Obviously, the Spider-Man story has been told so many times with the Sam Raimi trilogy and the Amazing Spider-Man, and now obviously with the MCU Spider-Man. It all follows very much a similar pattern, obviously with its own little distinctions, but this is so different. Obviously, Miles Morales has never been put on film before. Obviously, he's appeared in computer games. Obviously, he's got one coming up dedicated to his own character. But obviously, within the comic book series, he's now been around for a fair few years. So, if you're a comic book fan, you know the Miles Morales story quite well. But this opens up that whole avenue in the film franchise. But yeah, it's a fantastic film. If you haven't seen it and you're a fan of comic book films, you're really missing out. If you're not a fan of comic book films, I'd still recommend this one. As I said, it doesn't tie into any other movies. You haven't got to watch 20 MCU films for it to make sense. It's very much a standalone film, and I think it's one you'll enjoy and take to your heart as much as I have, and so many people have. It's absolutely fantastic. But that's my pick. Obviously, I said you could have picked so many. The animated films, there's so many incredible films out there. There's too many to choose from, but this was just my personal choice. What was yours? If you had to pick your favourite animated film, which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And I do respond to all comments, so let's start a conversation. And if you did enjoy this video, consider dropping a like. And if you want to see more videos like this and movie reviews and trailer reactions, consider dropping subscribe. It'll mean the world to me. But that's just me. Let me know what you think. I hope you have a good day, morning, evening, night, toilet break, the old spiel. And thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you'd like to drop a like, a subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, that would be amazing. And you will see on this side of my head, you will see another video which YouTube has recommended just for you. And on this side of my head, you will see a logo to subscribe to the channel. If you want to hit that, I will love you forever. Goodbye.